All this a preamble as the fourth-ranked Indiana Hoosiers met the Michigan State Spartans in East Lansing, Michigan, Saturday afternoon. The best of friends, Judd Heathcote of the Spartans, Bobby Knight of the Hoosiers. That is until the game starts. First half, Matt Nover and Greg Graham work the pick and roll for State. Nover gets the layup. The Spartans great passing all game long. Mark Montgomery to Mike Poplawski for the slam dunk. And Respert also on the fast break. Sean Respert, Bobby Knight not happy. Then Matt Steginger fakes the shot, passes to Anthony Miller. And Poplawski for the shot. Michigan State on fire. They win the game 76-60. Well, you tell me. It was St. John's from the start in this game. Shawnell Scott gets his rebound and scores. Jason Buchanan to Malik Sealy for the dunk. Buchanan to Sealy for the alley-oop. 54-27 Redmen at the half. They were doubling and dissing the Huskies. Second half, Jason Buchanan has been in a woeful shooting slump, gives it up to a man who hasn't. Malik Sealy for another alley-oop. Sealy had 25 in the game along with 18 boards. Said Lou Carnesecca after the game, the Redmen's coach, with a shot misses. But Gerard Abram rebounds, steps back, and under pressure, hits it. They go to OT, tied at 69, where Georgetown goes to Alonzo Mourning. Good idea, slam dunk. He had a career-high 38 at Alonzo. Then Boston College again down by 2, goes to Malcolm Huckabee. The three-pointer falling down good. He had 34 points, but the game goes to double OT eventually. Pick it up, double OT, BC by 2. Joey Brown with a shot to tie. It won't go. BC wins it, and they are partying hardy. Yes, good win for a nice guy, Jim O'Brien. And you know who was in the crowd? Guess who? Long hair, but Doug Flutie was there. That's right, the pride of the BC Lions. Anyway.
Pirates, that is, but it's 67 late in the game. That was freshman Glenn Secundo with the big hoop. Cameron, and the Blue Devils running early and every chance. Bobby Hurley, the no-look bounce, pass to Brian Davis for the jam. Hurley again, this time dishing to Christian Leitner, 2 of his 29 points. And then Notre Dame, Damon Sweet, the miss. Grant Hill, the rebound. The outlet to Thomas Hill. Grant Hill to Thomas Hill. Notre Dame starting to look like Hamburger Hill. Duke up at 23 at the half. The Blue Devils doing it all. Hurley the steal. Look at this. The drop pass to Thomas Hill. Another jam. Hill had 14 points Saturday at Rhode Island. First game since November 29th. Gets the layup and the foul here. He had 7 points in the first half, but he was limited to 12 points in 22 minutes. Texas had a 3-point lead until Andre Samuel with the steal and slam. And then Jeff Kent down to Samuel for the layup and the foul. Samuel, 20 points. Tom Penders is not happy. He's not used to that side of the bench at Rhode Island either, because Illinois in the dark jerseys has the ball, but Deion Sanders loses it. Cedric Nellums, he throws up the prayer. You got to call that bank shot. No, you don't. They win it. 46-43. Northwestern celebrates. Why?
Hello, Lawrence. Thunderbird. Ohio State up 10 early. Michigan played sloppily. Jamal Brown with a steal. A 22-point Buckeye lead, while Steve Fisher's team of the first half had 13 points, 18 turnovers. They shot 26%. Wolverines pick it up in the second half. Jalen Rose to Juwan Howard and the foul. And that big Ohio State lead is slip-sliding away, but you try stopping Chris Webber. The lead's down to 5. There's one go-to guy on this court. It is Jimmy Jackson. He had 22 points, 2 big ones on the reverse right here as Ohio State holds off the late rally by Michigan and wins it 68-58. Oklahoma State. Corey Williams, 3 for 3 on threes. Sean Sutton with a 3. Williams will tack on another. Then it was Darwin Alexander, who was 2 of 3 outside the arc. Cowboys up by 14 points, and Norm knows we've got a big job on our hands in Stillwater. Byron Houston. They came to see Byron, and he delivered. Sean Sutton with the assist. Houston puts it down. Del Harris doing a little scouting. And Houston from 17 feet. He had 4 hoops in the first 5 minutes of the second half. Warm up the bus. This one was over early. 84-60.
Schools in the NCAA. Proud traditions. And Everett Sullivan with the drive and switching hands and got the layup. 11-0 run. Cards led by as many as 9 early in the first half. But Mitchell Butler using the glass. Butler had 10. The Bruins come back. Don McLean with the miss, but Tracy Murray commands the boards and stuffs it. The Cardinals are looking around, but time running down in the tied first half. McLean wide open for the 3. UCLA had the 3-point lead at the half, and Louisville trying to get everybody involved in the running game in the second half, but UCLA wasn't missing at all. They couldn't get any breaks going because there were no rebounds. McLean drilling the jumper. Then Sean Tarver off the steal. Back to Murray, who lays it in. They shot 79% in the second half. Denny Crum saying this is the kind of team they had when I... The apparently they only had one can of gray hairspray. North Carolina making the Tech Yellow Jackets look gray. Montrose with a monster slam. Then Matt Wenstrom going to Pat Sullivan inside as he beats John Barry up by as many as 13. Brian Hill swatted away by Derek Phelps, gets it right to Cremens, and then his team starts turning it up. James Forrest with the steal goes all the way, had 26. Tech up by 4 at the break. Nail-biting time for Dean Smith. The Tar Heels devise a strategy in the second half, go to Montrose. He just eats up Tech in the paint, gets the basket and the foul. The 12-5 run did in Cremens on his own floor, as Tech now has a losing record in the ACC, while Carolina certainly don't want to see much of Shaquille O'Neal, who was dominating this afternoon. The Wildcats just standing around watching him put on a performance of a serious nature. 20 points, 20 boards, 6 blocks. Even Dale Brown paying homage to his big man, who was running the floor and then missing the jam. Well, give him another try. How about the other basket? The Shaq reaching in, making the steal, and then making sure on this one. And he wasn't the only one. Hale Caesar, Clarence Caesar, the freshman, with a steal and a slam. He had 21 and actually outscored O'Neal here with the alley-oop. And LSU, well, that's coming up next Saturday. They certainly have not had much success in this building. Who has? And Matt Othnick getting it going early to the pass to Chris Mills, who nailed the 3. Oregon State tried to hang in with their own long-range bombing. Kareem Anderson follows with his own tray, but Lute Olson got his team fired up on the defensive end. Leroy Jackson's pass is stolen by Ed Stokes. Matt Othnick leads the break, and he's looking for Mills again. Just cannon a bank shot. Wildcats up by a dozen in the second half. It turned into a blowout. Khalid Reeves dishing back. Sean Ricks jams it, and they nailed the Beavers.
The Boilermakers, but today his bench came through. Good, yes, Brian Good. 11 points in the first half for Good. The Badgers turn to the break. Sophomore Tracy Webster to Louis Eli for the slam, and then Webster tries feeding the other side. Michael Finley had 14 points. Here you go, Michael. Gene Cady, that passes for a smile, down 6 at halftime, but Wisconsin in the second half. Finley to Carlin McGee, who had 14. Oh, man, he's a walking advertisement for Bufford. Badgers win 7. He didn't coach today, but the assistant coaches had to like Jamal Phillips, being followed by Darrell Smith. Scarlet Knights by 8. Now in the second half, Marcellus Basie, 3 for 4. Count that, Basie, for a 3. Mountaineers on a 9-point run. Chris Leonard at 26, including his 1,000th career point. 5 of 8 on threes. Mountaineers up by 7. Rutgers coming back. Alvin Rich puts it back. Scarlet Knights down 1. They're down 3 when Jamal Phillips blows a big jam. 8th straight win for West Virginia. Did not come easy in New Jersey.
The freshman got a start, and he was hot. Thayer had 15 in the first half, and the Huskies led by the break. Jim Boeheim got his team going. Second half, an 11-1 run. Conrad McCray slams it home inside. The Orange are back in the game. Then Chris Smith takes over for the Huskies. 4 possessions in a row. He knocked down big shots. Huskies up by 2. Then Dave Johnson, the steal from Smith. Lawrence Moulton, the freshman, goes all the way, dunks it home, tied at 83. Time winding down. Ill-advised, long-distance shot by Smith. Rims out. Syracuse gets the ball. They force it inside, underneath, and after a missed shot attempt, Dave Johnson loses it. McCray gets fouled. He also injures his back. Has to come out of the game. 50% free throw shooter Mike Hopkins comes in, and he hits a free throw. And he gets a kiss from his teammate Lawrence Moulton. He missed the second one. He threw an air ball. Now, McCray came back, and he wasn't hurt that bad. He'll break up Smith's pass at the buzzer. Lawrence Moulton, you're fuzzy clapping. His team is hot early. Adonis Jordan for Kansas. The drive, the feet to Rex Walters, the baseline jumper. It was a 14-0 run against K-State. And watch Richard Scott overplay on defense, make the steal, chase it down, then make a decision. I am going to dunk this ball. And he does with 2 hands. Kansas by 13. Great Scott. Faster you can say great Scott. It was Rock Chalk, Jayhawk, and Dunn. Deacons do a good job early. Rodney Rogers inside for the slam. Then the big guy again. Also inside. Call this lane, Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. 9 of 12 shooting on an 11-0 run. Wake was going. But the posse comes back for Tulane. Pointer Williams to Matt Green for the easy slam. The Green Wave stay close.
It does not want to lose in this building, but 5 minutes in. Lou and his due got a tee. And Damon Bailey hit all 3 free throws, and that turned the tide. Greg Anderson missing, but Alan Henderson's there. The Hoosiers by 9. It got even better for the Hoosiers. Jamal Meeks. Matt Nover, a 34-14 run, including this gem from Greg Graham hanging Indiana by 14 at the intermission. Calbert Cheney here picks up the garbage and takes off in the second half. He had 23, and it was a romp for the Hoosiers, 76-65. Indiana's won the miss here. Offensive board. He's got it at the Spectrum. The Hoyas by 5 on the road. Morning, 21 points in the second half. Hoyas up 7. Morning had 7 of these. That one on Lance Miller. Joey Browner nails the 3. Georgetown comfortably clinging to a 9-point lead. Nova's lone highlight, Mark Dowdell to Anthony Pell, cuts into a 6-point game. But tonight belonged to Alonzo. And also the free throw shooting. John Thompson's teams did not get a free throw. I should not have.
Doing the pirating. Marquise Bragg grabbing the ball away from John Leahy and up for the dunk. And then Terry DeHare, though, for the Pirates, doing his own thing. Behind the back dribble and the layup. Friars still down by 2 at the half. Trent Forbes in the second half feeding Michael Smith, getting in a little hang time. Marquise Bragg, nice D, forces the steal. Corey Floyd feeds Michael Smith. Friars by 4 with 11 minutes to go. Could the Pirates pull a rabbit out of their hat? No, but they got DeHare. A 3-pointer ties the game at 55, part of a 12-4 Pirate run. Karnisovas running the hook, the ice, the game. Seton Hall 68-65. The Panthers off the miss. Pat Lawrence with a slam. Paul Evans only up by 4, though. But Pitt can play that game off the miss. Eric Mobley with the emphatic slam. And then Mobley, the block shot, starts the break. Jerry McCullough controls it, and he'll lay it in. Leonard Hamilton wishes every game was versus St. John's. He says, I got to get a break. Canes had their moments. Orlando Antigua gets his pocket pick. Hammy Ward, the slam. Leonard Hamilton's Canes down by 6, but Pitt just too tough. Sean Miller and Darren Morningstar, the perfect pick and roll. And sorry, Leonard, this isn't St. John's. Pitt wins it 77-55. All the way to Milwaukee. In the first half, the Warriors treated the visitors rudely. Rob Lagerman, the 3. Warriors on a 13-0 run. They're up by as many as 11. Ron Curry out-hustling Tom Gugliotta, slams it home. Halftime, Marquette up 25-17. Gugliotta had 18, but it was all Marquette. The running break, Ron Curry gets another slam. He had 12 points. And then Marquette puts the game out of reach. Damon Key will get the layup. Count it. He's fouled. Key led Marquette with 17 points. The fans and players, yeah, they're savoring the big-time win, 66-42.
Road, his Carlton McGee brings it in and hangs on for a little hang time. Wisconsin not so lucky this time when Jamie Skelton drives and is fouled here by Jay Peters, and Yoder is called for the technical, and that set the Buckeyes off. Jimmy Jackson, JJ time, little floater in the paint, 3 seconds and a half. Tracy Webster, 3/4 court. Hello! Wisconsin by 3 at the break. And then Billy Douglas firing a 3 in the second half, a 5-point Wisconsin lead. Chris Chen, who had a night of nights, comes back with a 3, and then the Buckeyes get going. Jimmy Jackson. Oh, this is an impact player. Gets his own rebound, puts it home. He had 26 points, 14 boards, and 5 assists as Ohio State wins by 14. Chen had that.
Nee's team plays you tough. There, Danny Nee. Eddie Sutton before the game, a game in which the Cowboys get out quick. Sean Sutton, the lob to Byron Houston, but Nebraska comes right back. An 11-0 run. Carl Hayes spots up and knocks down 3 from the near side. Nebraska led by as many as 7. They were doing it outside and inside as well. Watch Derek Chandler off the nice bounce pass with the jam. And Nebraska feeling good. Up at home, Nebraska extends its lead. Watch Sean Sutton, the guard for Oklahoma State. He'll gamble, miss the steal. Chris Criswell will drain the 3. Eddie Sutton, you can feel it slipping away. The undefeated season, 20-0. Would it stay alive? But Nebraska puts it away. Derek Chandler with the jam, and the celebration is on in Lincoln, 85-69. Nebraska's 3-3 in the Big 8, but this is their biggest win in a long time. Darwin, what would happen to Nolan Richardson's team? Todd Day at 17 in the first half to keep them close, but Lang Weissman had the big first half, 22. What a great move there. Then with 7 seconds left in the half, watch Weissman pull up and hit 3. He had the last 15 points of the half. Tennessee up by 2. Second half off the inbounds pass, Allen Houston. He's going to start a run of 3s. The 6'6" junior. How about another one? Other side, same spot, yet another 3. Tennessee led by as many as 9 in the second half. Houston at 26. Arkansas down 3, closing seconds. It's Mayday. Lee Mayberry knocks down 3. Game tied at 81. Then at the other end, it's Houston taking the pass, drives, pull up, 10-footer. Used no glass. He put it in. Tennessee by 2. Closing seconds, Robert Shepard got the last shot. Didn't go. Day didn't get the tip in. And Tennessee gets a big win. 83-81. Vols more win. Dean Dome. Leitner inside. Couldn't hit the hoop with 30 seconds left. Come back to the other end, North Carolina. Up 2. Duke, of course, has not lost yet this season. A chance to ice it. Reese can't hit the layup. Montrose can't hit the layup. Leitner chases it down. Duke one more chance. It's a veteran ball club. They know what to do, so Mike Krzyzewski says, guys, keep it on the floor. Hurley gets it to Leitner, who'll drive with time running down. The leaner in the lane, some contact, but a good no call. North Carolina on the boards. And on the boards, Duke's first loss of the season. Number one loses 75-73 at the Dean Dome. A very emotional night, a great game. Healer, a great behind-the-back pass. You watch this pass to Javon Crudup. The contact was there. Crudup did finish with the layup, and he had 19. Norm Stewart says, check that out. And Johnny Orr says, well, we can do the behind-the-back thing, too. Ron Bayless behind the backer to Fred Hoiberg at Iowa State. Down just one at the break, but second half all Mizzou. Crudup, the great backdoor to Jamal Coleman with a dunk. All five Missouri starters were in double figures on this night, and Peeler adds the insult to the injury, or the injury to the insult. Take your pick. The great first step on the dunk. Missouri at home, winning handily.
Steve Fisher will off the back door. Cedric Nellam slams it home. Only a one-point Michigan lead at halftime, but Chris Webber, the Fab Five, the second half belongs to them. Webber down low, the catch. He plants. He had 14 tonight. Then Juwan Howard will move down low. Position, seals, scores. He had 10. Jalen Rose, the pass to Jimmy King. Rose had 5 assists and 14 points. And then Ray Jackson on the break. Emphatically, that's his only hoop of the night, but the Fab Five getting it done. Jimmy King himself with the foul. He had 11 points. Michigan 13-5, 5-4 in conference. In the Wolverine.
Florida State's Rodney Dobard doing a good job inside, a career-high 28. But Walt Williams would explode for Gary Williams. The three from the outside. How about another three? This guy who they're talking about, lottery pick, hit 7 of the 9 trays he tried, then slams home the alley-oop. He had 38 points on the night. His 7th straight ACC game over 30. He's averaging 32 in conference. And Curley, the offensive force in the first half of the team in white. The hook, the lay-in, the jumper from the outside with the right hand, the tip and the follow for the sophomore. Then how about this drive following the tip in? And how about another slam, a follow slam? Curley at 15 in the first half. The problem? BC had 18 in the first half. His teammates only scored 3 points in the first half without him. Chanel Scott also had a great first half. He scored 11 in the first 10 minutes, 26 for the game. That was a career high. Good move there. Then watch David Kane come into your living room. The drive, count it with 1. He got fouled. The Redmen were up 19. Louis was cruising. But BC comes back. Mr. Last Second, Malcolm Huckabee with the drive. And on ESPN, BC was down 4 in the closing minute. The fans were happy in Chestnut Hill, but Lou Carnesecco would get the layup at the end and pull one out. St. John's wins.
Murray so upset for the Bruins? Well, they're off to a bad start. Murray, with the easy layup, gets a nice dish from Sean Tarver, goes in for the layup, and oh, my. But he would explode for a game-high 22. This is the old high percent shot. That's the way to do it. Sean Tarver had 7 unanswered points in a 49-second span. You're about to see 2 of them. Send it home, Sean. Tarver again, part of a 24-8 run in a 9.5-minute span. 12-point lead at the half. Washington got no closer than 8. And Sean Tarver and the Bruins win another. Harold Miner sets records in practice every day. Well, this dunk made Harold Miner the all-time leading scorer in Southern Cal hoop history, passing Ronnie Coleman. 1,727 was Coleman's record, and yes, bow down to the great Harold Miner. The fans appreciate it. He's the grand poobah of the sports arena. The ball was his trophy case, and they got a new ball, and he put that one in, too. He left the game with 13 minutes to go.
One of the most pivotal of the season. Well, they were up 8 until South Florida scored the last 8. Gary Alexander's layup tied it at 68. Tulane had a chance to win. They didn't there. Then USF had a chance to win, but Bobby Russell's shot was short. We go to OT, and Perry Clark turned to the posse, the guys who come off the bench. They don't start the game, but they finish when it counts. Pointer Williams with a drive and layup. Bobby Pascal's bench outscored 50-0 by the posse. 50 Miller, the rebound, but A.C. Earl says, get out of here. Earl had only 12 points, but he helped on the defensive end. Michigan State's Sean Respert got hot. 15 of his 25 in the first half. Michigan State, though, down 6. Judd Heathcote trailing at the break. Mike Poplawski inside. Takes it over A.C. Earl for the layup. Poplawski was held in check, only 5 points. Second half, Michigan State down 2. Dwayne Stevens gets the long jumper. Game tied at 40, but then Iowa turns it up from the 15-minute mark. Inside, Chris Street with the layup. Then Street with the layup off the glass. And Street from across the street. He had 14 points. Iowa on a 15-0 run. And the exclamation point, the James Winners drive and jam. Judd Heathcote wants to go home. His team knocked off. This game would get great at the end. One of the reasons, Adam Keefe, number 13 in scoring in the country with the hoop. And on the boards, he's number 3 in the country. A put back there. And the turnaround jumper, he had 20 in the first half. And Lute Olson, the Arizona coach, says, got to stop Keefe But scoring on the other end, Ed Stokes to Sean Rooks for the dunk. It was 38-all at the break. Great second half. Khalid Reeves with the jumper. Arizona, a little 8-0 run. Put the Arizona team up 3. And the game tied, 5 seconds left. Keefe at the free throw line. Now you have to watch Brent Williams. Watch him walk away. He was called away by Mike Montgomery, the Stanford coach, called to go in the backcourt. But Keefe had the ball. That is a violation. So Keefe, who missed the first free throw, doesn't get a shot at the second. Montgomery's concerned because he knows that he's the one who called his player away. And Arizona has a chance to win, and Reeves drives and hits the hoop as time runs out. A dramatic win for Arizona, a heartbreaking loss for Stanford at home, 70.